I just can't ignore it anymore. You want all 52 arenas of 2K16? Fine, you got it. That's right, the ZM channel is finally tackling a 2K game by overwhelmingly popular demand. I can't waste any time, let's go. Starting us off is truly the bottom of the barrel for WWE games in our shitty HD sets round, Raw 2015. This is an arena I've been so overexposed to, it's my least favorite because of the sheer amount of hours of my fucking life that I've spent looking at it in career and universe modes. It's so fucking generic. You'll find that I despise the ugly HD universal set and these sterile ass corporate logos. I've never missed a single episode of Raw when this game came out, so it's accurate. But dear God, I would sooner go back to the pandemic arenas than see this shit again. Night of Champions 2014 is our runner-up for the worst arena in 2K16, and this is the most generic setup for this specific pay-per-view that I've ever seen. The motifs of the championship belts are completely gone. This arena could literally apply to any show on the entire calendar, it is that generic. The nameplate here blows, the electronic runner is so boring, and the ring apron is not unique at all. This is just lame. Then we get to the biggest waste of time for a yearly show, Fastlane. This, replacing the Elimination Chamber for February pay-per-views, was beyond idiotic. The chamber in the lead up to Mania had become an institution at that point. The electronic runner and location graphics here have no character at all. This show is such a non-entity that it could be confused for AI slop. I'm not joking. 49 takes us out of the HD realm for a second and back to a simpler, less standardized commercial time in wrestling. DX in Your House is a super forgettable bad show, but that stage is at least super memorable. No banners above the ring is a bit disappointing though, and the generic aprons are whatever. This is the first arena that's not awful, but by no means is it special. We're back to HD Universal BS for Elimination Chamber, and dear God, if it weren't for that basic but appealing apron, this would be much lower on the list. There's nothing of substance otherwise. Battleground 2014 is our number 47, and this show always sucked. It's the most meaningless pay-per-view series they ever ran. At least Fastlane had a marginal chance to tie in with Wrestlemania being in February. The graphics are very dull and the nameplate looks like a generic template and create an arena. The ring skirt is fine as well, but it's absolutely nothing special. The HD setup round is still here and it still sucks. Hell in a Cell is 46 and the nameplate is fine, but it's really derivative of prior events and the ring apron is nothing exceptional at all. This arena isn't very grandiose for a Hell in a Cell setup. I promise I will get to praising arenas soon enough. These HD setups are the main reason I was hesitant to even make this video. It's just a lot of negativity for me. We've reached our top 45 with Superstars, and this is definitely the zombie era of Superstars. It's just a meaningless show airing dark matches of TV tapings. The nameplate is the star of the show here. It's not wonderful, but it almost brings a Mania 26 vibe to us here. This show felt like an obligation back in the day. And this is SmackDown's most characterless era. SmackDown in 2015 was a waste of time if you were just watching it. It felt like Raw Jr., but at least the graphics are a bit more appealing and the color scheme works more for me. There's truly nothing to really commend here. Summerslam 2014 is number 43, and this is a very dull for a SummerSlam arena. I've made no secret of my love for SummerSlam's history, but where is the sauce here? This is super dull, the stars everywhere look corny, and the floor logo is admittedly the best part of the arena, but the nameplates and aprons are really ugly. This was not made to appeal to me whatsoever. More Big 4 pay-per-views getting the shitty HD setup as Royal Rumble 2015 is 42 here. And this was my first live show on the WWE Network. The Triple Threat main event was absolutely iconic, but these graphics and this nameplate are both so ungodly generic and bland. The Mania sign being here is cool, but that's literally it. There's nothing visually intriguing here at all. The best part about main event in this game is the scrolling graphics and nameplate, but truthfully the bar is extremely low for these HD sets. I've only willingly watched main event when I attended Raw. There is not much to dissect here, and I think it says a lot that the most stripped down arena in the entire game, ECW November to Remember 95, is significantly above most of the HD setups. Those sets are truly like watching paint dry for me. The 2300 arena before the renovation was a shithole, but it had character and charm to it. This arena making it in the game was awesome. Joey Styles on commentary was sick, and this made indie arenas and community creations so much easier. This ringside area is beyond simplistic, but it works for me, and the plants on stage are pretty cute as well. I'm tired, so tired. I'm tired of HD sets. I hate that the retro guys have generic minitrons, but that's neither here nor there. The drop-down location graphic is so sterile and forgettable, and the nameplate is very meh and whatever. And the ring apron here and the runner leave much to be desired. 38 is Extreme Rules, and I just never really liked this pay-per-view concept. It diluted the gimmick matches, and it never really went balls out on the violence aspect. Cena and Brock was awesome, Jericho took thumbtacks like one time, and Kane and Bryan used a very safe fire spot. That is literally it. This arena is more HD slop, the nameplate looks like it's an ad for Journey's Kids, but the apron is fine I guess. It's one of the better modern designs in the game, but that's not high praise at all. 37 is Money in the Bank, and dear God, I've never been happier to see those big ass ladders and money trucks. Just literally anything as a dynamic set piece to distract me from the universal set rotting into my skull is great. The nameplates and location spots are actually pretty good, but the ring apron here is super overused. Tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs is next to 36, and I appreciate the weapons strewn about the stage. It's something different to look at. But this pay-per-view name fucking sucks, and I yearn for the 2009 TLC stage here. At least the ring skirt predicted the brand synergy fireball red ladder. This is truly the least they could do to differentiate these universal setups for pay-per-views. We're back to unique setups, and damn it feels good. The WCW New Japan Super Show is here, and I've always admired this setup. The steel canopy is awesome, and the lighting rigs on stage are super cool. It's almost NXT Full Sail stage-esque, and the nameplate is super 90s, but it's great. And the ring is super plain, but it's endearing. I really like the domed venue as well. This is a nice change of pace for the video. This Tuesday in Texas was basically a televised house show with the world title change, and this is one of the few times I can remember Undertaker's urn actually having ashes in it. But this setup is essentially just a super basic WWF arena, plain backdrop, and the block logo. The banners are nice though, there's no real complaints for me here. Of all the shows I expected this high up the list at 33, it was not Payback 2015. There's actually unique Sidetrons here, and oh my god, what a shocker. Uniqueness is praised in this game. They're not super prominent or noticeable, but literally anything is better than the Universal HD set. The nameplate is pretty meh, and the ring skirt is alright as well. This wasn't too horrible at all. 32 is taking us way back to Summerslam 91, and it's always cool to get a classic orange and blue Summerslam included here. The banners are eye-catching, and the entryway is so basic and stripped down that it's actually kinda neat. I love it, but admittedly there's nothing else to bring up here. Clash of Champions 25 just misses our top 30, and classic WCW stages are awesome. I love the pay-per-view banners and the lights on that gold backdrop. The ring with such vibrant colors is awesome. This is a super solid piece for such an early part of WCW's history. Number 30 is none other than Rock Bottom, and this is oddly called upon quite a few times in WWE games. The drop down is a bit lame though, while the nameplate is whatever, but what makes this arena for me is the super unique layout as well as the gravesite and those ridiculous ass portraits of The Rock. The ringside area is generic Attitude Era filler, but I appreciate that this venue made the cut. Numbers 29 and 28 is a dual entry for Raw 98 and Raw 99, and this is exactly what you'd expect from this era of Raw. The location graphics are nice, the nameplates are both different but appealing, and the crow's nest scaffolding is always cool. I think the only difference between these two arenas is the WWF.com sign and the on-screen graphics. The banners and ringside areas are pretty dead on. These arenas are pretty nice. Backlash 99 is our next entry, and this ringside area is still generic pay-per-view fodder for this era, but the purposely ugly nameplate is nice, and the cage mesh tunnel on the stage with the Backlash sign and the Titantron is appealing despite its simplicity. This is nothing too spectacular, but nothing bad at all. Just missing the top 25 arenas is In Your House Revenge of the Taker, and I'm really happy we just got a generic In Your House event in this game. The nameplate here is alright, and the stage design is iconic, it's just very different from the super weird angle they had it at in real life. The banners are also pretty neat despite the generic ring aprons. This Unforgiven 98 stage is a disgusting looking winner to me. I've always loved the super odd looking moss covering the stage, and the steel entryway is so unique. The banner and the WWF banners above the ring are cool, and the generic ringside setup is acceptable for this show, but I do think I prefer WWE 13's more colorful take on this stage myself. We're sticking to 1998 for our next entry with Wrestlemania 14. I love the banners here, but admittedly they're totally inaccurate. The cube logo is not there, and there's a huge oversight in the floor mat being blue as fuck. What were they smoking here? They could have just referred back 2 games to 2K14 with the Mania 14 arena they had in there. The location and nameplates though are admittedly kick-ass, and the tunnel is super basic but memorable. This is a definite mixed bag, but there's so many wrong details here. No Way Out 01 is an underrated design for me. This stage layout is so great, but admittedly I was a little bummed that they just had Howard Finkel say 2 out of 3 falls match for the showcase instead of 3 stages of hell. Regardless, the Trons are cool here, and the nameplate is a bit phoned in, but it looks nice. And while the generic Attitude Era ringside setup confused me, it's whatever. This arena is pretty cool. 22 brings us to Over the Edge 98. And the ringside setup is identical to Unforgiven's, but it's whatever, I'll take what I can get. The dynamic set pieces being rust bucket cars thrown all around everywhere is fun, the street lights are cool, and I enjoyed the decals on the cars, especially the Briscoe's Body Shop. This is a nice little late 90s venue. Just missing the top 20 is St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and this is a pay-per-view they should have ran back. I really enjoyed the aesthetics here, and I love the super simple but engaging location graphics and nameplates. I think it goes without saying at this point that the ringside area is generic, but the stage layout makes up for it. The backdrop and the pay-per-view sign are so 90s, and I love the intricate steel arches, and I never really noticed the little gargoyles on there. That's really cool. This is a great one-off arena. Our top 20 begins with Clash 27, and straight off the rip, this is my dad's era of WCW for sure. I love the backdrop with the WCW sign, it's great. The dark canvas on the ring is something to differentiate it from the WWF at the time, and the ring apron is pretty nice as well. The vibrant ropes set this apart a lot, but admittedly though, this venue was a bitch to get footage for. Vengeance 01 is here, and this is earmarking that 2K totally skipped the Invasion storyline, and that kinda sucks. The stage layout is pretty awesome and distinct though. And dear lord, they half-assed this graphics package so fucking bad. How did SmackDown Shut Your Mouth in 2002 get it right, and y'all in 2015 didn't? The ringside area is once again generic, but the stage saved this one for me. I enjoy it. Our next 2 entries are a combo as we see NXT and NXT Arrival. And for real though, pre-AEW era NXT was something special. This was the most widely available alternative to the dog water main roster shows. The roof cube here is amazing. I love the Crowdtrons a whole lot. The floor and barricade decals are wonderful. And that sick-ass LED stage is much more eye-catching and appealing than that main roster slop that they used on literally every show. The yellow ropes and unique turnbuckle posts definitely added to the distinctness of this venue. I really miss old school NXT. We have yet another dual entry for numbers 16 and 15 respectively, and that is King of the Ring 96 and King of the Ring 97. The crown canopy here is so fucking sweet. The banners included are just awesome, and the ring skirt is pretty great for both of them. The whole ringside area is pretty new gen-esque in its color scheme, and I love that 96 had the throne in the entryway and the stage tucked off in the corner. And the tunnels themselves are wonderful. I think the lions here are super indicative of King of the Ring at this point. They're pretty memorable. 97 just got rid of the slanted stage, and it's not much of a change. Overall, I really just enjoy both of these arenas. Number 14 brings us to WrestleMania 15, and I've covered this arena way too many times in this fucking series. But the banners and ring aprons are admittedly quite nice. The drop down and nameplates are both very nice here, and the stage is super striking with the big steel logo. I'll reiterate what I said about it the last time I covered it. I would have really appreciated some yellow in this design. It would have popped a lot. This is moderately accurate and interesting though, so I can't complain. We're winding down the list with Fully Loaded 99, and having the Stone Cold box set of DVDs as a kid solidified this event into my memory. Stone Cold having the contract signed in his own blood for the main event was fucking money, and I adore the triple portraits on the stage here, despite them all being inaccurate, just generic renders. I guess 2K kinda shied away from having all the bloody images on the stage, I don't know. The nameplate here also kinda blows, but the floor lights and pay-per-view sign in the tunnel are wonderful. The ringside area is predictably generic, but I can't complain. This is a very sentimental event for me. Mania 13 included my favorite WrestleMania match ever, so much that it's on my arm. But the arena is a standout though. That purple tunnel is absolutely iconic, and the nameplate and location graphics are god tier here. The ringside area is generically colorful for the late New Gen era, but the last appearance of the classic Mania aprons was a great final bow for them. This rules. 2K16 has to include the most King of the Ring representation in the entire video game series. I will always adore King of the Ring 99's stage interactivity with the main event of this show. The drop down and nameplates are ungodly generic looking, but that stage layout is so striking and so obscure. It's awesome. I love the height of the Tron here too, it's great. The unique ring aprons are very vindicating for me as well after sitting through so much generic aprons and recycling. My only complaint is the lack of pay-per-view banners here. That would have pushed this even further up the list. Our top 10 is finally here, and Backlash 2001 kicks it off. This was a rough time for WWF commercially. Stone Cold's heel turn alienated the casual audience that they had built so well for years at that point, but this stage is a mammoth right here. The hooks are legendary at this point, they're just unfortunately static in this game. The stage itself is great and the nameplate is nice, but the generic ring skirts strike again. What a letdown. It's not a deal breaker though. Number 9 is Survivor Series 96, and only 2 words are needed. Sliding doors. The little cityscape design is awesome, and the nameplate is appealing but pretty basic. And the MSG aisleway is always pretty nice to me. The ring area here is pretty generally colorful, befitting the era, but the banners and matching ring apron are wonderful and super cohesive. This is a nice little package here. Number 8 is WrestleMania 12, and I'll be honest, I marked out to Savio Vega's entrance here. TCW alumni Chim Chim has been singing this song as an inside joke for me for like a decade now. I still love the purple tunnel here. The new gen Titantron layout is always fun, and the nameplate is also incredibly clean for the time. The floor mats and ring apron are admittedly identical to WrestleMania 13 that we covered earlier, but the canvas decal is gorgeous. Why did they only do this once? It looks really nice. And the banners here are always a great addition. Moving on to another Mania, Mania 17, and this might be the most flawed iteration that I can remember, but this is not a deal breaker. The general design is retained here, and the Astrodome's roof lighting is gorgeous. The stage is huge, and the nameplate is, oh my lord, near perfect. And sure, the generic minitrons suck, but the ring apron is killer here. The crux for me is the huge lack of crowdtrons. They're literally built into this generic stadium design. Why are they not applied to the game? How lame is that? Summerslam 98 just misses our top 5 here, and before we divulge, I hated that they added that stupid modern Demon Kane shit to the matchup graphic. That's not what he was called back then. This is revisionist history. I love the Summerslam though. It's again pretty sentimental for me, and the MSG entryway is legendary. And it's moderately accurate given 2K's rigid arena layouts. The ring aprons and banners are also super cohesive here. I also find the nameplate pretty cool as well. Top 5 time for 2K16 as we cover Wrestlemania 19. I've covered this about 1 billion times over. This is a decent iteration, but there's glaring problems here. The stage is like oddly scrunched together and super condensed looking compared to Mania 19 on GameCube. I appreciate them including the baseball stadium signs, but why half-ass it like that? The graphics package here is fine, and the ring apron is admittedly great, but the generic big stadium is a bit lame. No roof accents totally sucks here, and the big Mania 19 prism is really obscured by the super hard cam centric camera angles in these entrances. At least the crowd signs are still there though. This one has a lot of oversights holding it back. Just missing the top 3 is Royal Rumble 01, and the roof light fixtures here are cool as hell. I love the setup on stage, and the graphics package is super vibrant, just ignore Rikishi's ass. I actually really enjoy the aprons too, and the nameplates are pretty great as well. This is a sleeper for the best Royal Rumble stage if I'm being honest. Our big 3 shows us that the DLC arenas were poppin'. We're looking at Survivor Series 2000 as our bronze entry here. This arena is so slept on because the show that it's from kinda blows. The nameplate is super nice to me though. The minitron is godly as well, and I love the Tron layout and the side Trons here quite a bit. The ring apron is also super unique with that vibrant green. Y'all know I love a good green in an arena. The lighting rigs are once again a big highlight, and this is a total hidden gem for me. I just wish I bought this DLC back in the day. Our runner-up for best arena is surprisingly Bash at the Beach 94. I love WCW stages when they actually try. The tunnel is awesome, the video wall included is super mid-90s, and sure, the nameplate is admittedly quite ugly, but the little details like the bird and shark, as well as the steel accents and trees included here, are wonderful. The fucking sand on stage is ridiculous, but I love it. And the ring is super basic, but the yellow and blue mixed with the canvas logo tie it all together greatly. Before we get to number 1, I realized that I made a mistake. I forgot Halloween Havoc 96. I know, nail me to the cross. But this was great. The banners are awesome, the stage layout is quite unique, and I love the graveyard. It's so dynamic. The video wall with the pumpkin is pretty cute, and the nameplate is so simple that it's great. I like the steel rig above the stage too, and the canvas decal here is wonderful. The yellow buckles juxtaposed with the red posts and blue pads also works pretty well for me. This would have slotted in really nicely as a joint entry with Bash at the Beach for sure. Over 50 arenas have been ranked in 2K16, and I'm at the brink of exhaustion. Wrestlemania 31 was the clear-cut obvious winner here. For as lame as this build-up was, which you can hear all about in this video right here, the arena is beautiful. It's an iconic setup for an iconic event. The graphics package and Mania letters are so great. The stage layout, despite looking super flat, is unique enough to appeal to me. I love the canopy with the LED boards, the stadium venue with the crowdtrons and runners is wonderful, and the ring apron and posts are also pretty classy. This is pretty close to perfection in my eyes. In conclusion, sometimes you gotta give the people what they want. I'm not covering any more 2K games. If I want to, I'll let you know. Please do not ask me to anymore. But I appreciate your time and patience. We're going to be banging out more arena and attire rankings coming up. Just keep tuning in and I'll keep working hard. Take it easy, y'all.